Today I played a bunch of Spider-Man VR games, but every time I died, I had to switch games. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting off with our first game that I have decent experience with, Superfly. I'd also like to say if the game has an option to change the difficulty, I will be turning it to the hardest. Having that said, I made sure to turn Superflies to the most difficult, and I turned the enemy spawner to 100%. I started the timer and began to swing around and throw web bombs, but I quickly realized I should be using this valuable time to prepare for when the robots do spawn. So I took this time to change my web bombs to the electric webs. Now, as I was testing the electric webs on cars, it happened to alert the villain of my location. He then sent out the robots, and my stupid self thought I was ready, when in fact, I was not. Because you see, I was able to avoid most of the robots, except this guy right here. This one was on a mission, and that mission was to make sure I did not survive over a minute long. But luckily, his explosion wasn't enough to take all my health, but as soon as I thought I was safe, I turned around just to see another one heading right for me. This one, however, did take away all my health, leaving us with a time of 1 minute and 10 seconds. Now that I've died, it's time to move on to the next game. I Am Spider Guy, which is pretty much if you took Gorilla Tag and added Spider-Man into it. I got into a game that only had one other player, which I thought might give me a better chance than if there was 3 other players trying to eliminate me. Now this was one of my first times playing this game, so I didn't completely understand how the swinging worked, which is why I looked like I had no clue what I was doing. As I was trying to find somewhere to hide, I got stuck, which is sadly not the last time this will happen to me. I then got jump scared by this dog, which I still don't understand the purpose of. I then got stuck again. I quickly found myself getting way too close to the sinker, and before I could do anything to get away, he saw me. I tried to get away as fast as possible when I got stuck again. He did, however, lose track of me. You can actually web onto your enemies, which is actually pretty cool. I got a bit too confident and began taunting him. He then saw me again, I got stuck again, and I hid in this parking garage, which actually worked for a while. And when he spotted me, I made a quick escape into this alleyway, where he then cornered me and sadly ended this round, which put Spider Guy just above Superfly with a time of 1 minute and 25 seconds. For this next game, it will actually be my first time playing. This game is Swarm. I'll be using the 20-minute free trial for this video because I was not about to spend $20 on a game for a video that isn't even dedicated to that game. When I started the game, I had to listen to this girl talk for what felt like an hour and a half, but in reality was more like a minute and a half. As soon as I got to try out the swinging, I instantly loved it. It had me collect these crystals, and afterwards I had to dodge this missile, which actually turned out pretty intense. And after I dodged it, it had me take out a few robots. And afterwards, I finally got to start the game. I turned on extreme difficulty and started the timer. I didn't really understand the goal, so I just kept destroying robots. And at first it seemed like it was going to be a breeze, because all I had to do was not fall in the water, right? Wrong. These guys can actually fight back. Now eventually more will spawn, but for right now it's just a minor inconvenience. So I got rid of them and continued destroying others. Now at this point I found myself actually enjoying the game, and actually considered making a full review video maybe for the second channel. Is that something you guys want to see? Oh, okay, that's a lot of robots, and yep, that was enough to finish this round, giving us a time of 5 minutes and 24 seconds. Time for the next game, Project Demigod. I made sure the difficulty was expert and spawned my favorite enemy. I remember that one of your powers as Spider-Man is these web shots. They trap your enemies to the ground, which I thought would be helpful, but the robots have laser vision. So even if I trap them to the ground, they can still shoot me. And also apparently this blue thing on your screen is to show your health. After I eliminated the first batch of robots, the second batch showed up. But sadly I couldn't defeat these, leaving us with a time of 3 minutes, 9 seconds. This next game is a game inside of Meta Horizon Worlds. It's called Superheroes vs. Space Wizards, and I will 100% be making a video on this in the future because it is so much fun. It's a superhero free-for-all, and it has a lot of Marvel characters along with some Star Wars characters. but I'll be using Spider-Man because this video is surviving in Spider-Man games, and it wouldn't really make sense if I was Darth Maul. As soon as I started the timer, this guy walks up to me and starts talking to me, but I have everybody muted, so I obviously couldn't hear him. So I kind of offered him a hug, I guess, but I guess he didn't understand me, so I asked for a high five. He still didn't understand me, so I finally offered a fist bump. And as soon as I thought he was going to give it to me, this guy spawns right beside us out of nowhere, with the Black Panther claws of all things equipped. So I immediately began to swing away, because who knows, this guy could have eliminated me after only 20 seconds. Luckily the swinging isn't that bad, especially for a Meta Horizon world. The city's also pretty cool. Like, I'm Spider-Man swinging beside a TIE fighter. Wow, that is a sentence I never expected to say. After swinging for a bit, I decided it was time to go confront the Black Panther. He was way too focused on the glass up there, so I actually got an advantage, because I had time to hit my shots first. But as soon as he noticed me, he started running towards me. But thanks to the training I did from dodging that missile from earlier in the video, he did not hit me a single time. So I actually eliminated him. However, he did respawn extremely quickly, and ran right back for the claws. I'm gonna be honest, I was ready to eliminate him again. So at this point I was extremely nervous. So nervous in fact, I forgot about fighting and immediately started running away. I used this launch pad thingy that launched me to the Star Destroyer. I looked behind me and saw the Black Panther running right at me. Luckily he accidentally got launched to the top of the ship, which allowed me to get a jump on him. But as I was launching up there, he grabbed the Darksaber. But somehow I actually eliminated him again. Now that I thought I was safe, I jumped back down, just to be surprised by his little friend from earlier. Halfway through our fight, Black Panther showed back up. And just like that, it was a 2v1 all over again. And after an intense fight, I lost. And the ending time was 3 minutes 35 seconds. And for our final game, we'll see how long I can survive in Battleglide VR. But if you take one good look at my channel, you'll know I play a lot of Battleglide. So I made sure not only to turn on the hardest difficulty, but I also gave myself the worst settings possible. Alright, time to start the timer. Now as the timer is going, I have some good news. We're exactly only 1,684 subscribers away from 10,000. So if you've made it this far in the video, please make sure to subscribe and share this video. And while you're at it, a like would be highly appreciated. There were a few moments where I thought I was gonna die, but Battleglide gives you a few seconds before you die to eliminate someone and get your health back. This would theoretically allow you to live forever as long as you hit your shots. But I didn't have any weapons in my backpack, so I couldn't just throw away a weapon and grab a new one with full ammo. So the only weapons I was able to use were the criminals, meaning I had to reload after a few shots. And I guess I'm not fast enough, because as the death animation was happening, I was trying to reload a weapon, but sadly I was too slow, leaving us with the longest time yet at 6 minutes and 18 seconds. Thanks so much to Glitch8471 for giving this video idea in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, there will be a link in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I see you next time.